Hello, everybody. Hey, happy Friday to you. God bless you today. Thank you for joining me. Making this video here, this live session, to announce some new features and take a look at some really good trading here at the end of the day on Friday on the micro NASDAQ. So I moved to a 30 range bar on this analysis of the micro NASDAQ, and we are in profit on a bunch of different trades here. But what it does is I want to showcase to you as well some of the new features I've added that some of you have requested, some I just dreamed up, so I'm happy to bring them to you. If you need an update to your version of the software, feel free to email me and I'll get that right out to you. So let's go over some of what I've got here. First of all, some of you were asking about the P&L lines. Now these are these dashed green lines here that they showed from previously. They showed from the blue entry diamond up till the exits. So what I did to make it clearer for some of you, hopefully, is I put a horizontal element in here. So this is actually the entry price. And where it touches the price bar, where you actually have been filled, that is the fill right there. If you can take a look, let's zoom in a little bit more. And that is the fill price, theoretical fill price. So you can see that there is a wick here, and also on this one you can see it also hits the wick right at that area. So that is where we have the trade entry. And the vertical kind of slanting line takes us right to where the exit is. So we hit target on this one, went all the way to target up in this area. This guy here, let's see where we just hit target on that one, and the MNQ is just racing toward the top of the range here today. So what we've got here is in the parameters, you do have the ability to turn on and turn off those P&L lines, and that is the new feature for them now. Let's see, my computer's taking its time. So we've got that, and also we've added show SL history dots. What is the SL history dots? When you have break even enabled and when you have trailing stop enabled, these dots show you where the trailing stop is for the trades. You can see that the stop loss is right up here at this level right here because we're long on this position right here. So we're still long one from this breakout of this high. And the SNL history dots show you where the SNL stop and loss levels have been going, so historically. So it's kind of a nice feature. You can see how price has trailed or exceeded the stop loss areas. Let's take a look at a prior day and we'll get another example of that. So here we go. This was yesterday, I believe, is the 30th. So again, we have our P&L lines that go here to here. We closed at the 1600 hours, and these are the trailing dots for these orders. So this is where the stop loss was throughout the history of the trade. Here is another one. This is the trailing dots for here. We did hit target and did not hit our trailing stop. Let's see if we can pull up one that hits the trailing stop. So right here you can see we had a real good move on this day. This was on the 29th, and trailing stop dots go all the way up, and you can see right here price retraces and it does hit those dots. So one other feature I wanted to go over, some of you were asking and I wanted to clarify, the triangles have this kind of gray color when they're actually a traded signal, and when the position is closed, they go to this gray color. And open trades are either green for longs, as you can see here, or they do turn into purple for shorts. So one of the question was the opacity of these is a little too heavy for some people. Well, the good news is you can reduce that opacity. Okay, you can make it more transparent. All you got to do, if you have a mouse wheel on the chart, click on the chart, hold down your left control key on your keyboard and roll your mouse backwards, the mouse wheel backwards, and you can see these triangles kind of fade to transparent. You can go all the way down to 0 so that they're hidden completely, or you can go forward and increase the opacity so that they're at 100%. But so that's one feature. Want to make sure you're aware of that. Good way to kind of get that kind of visual impact away from you a little bit if that's a little too much. Oh, some really cool features I've added. So we used to have a trailing stop, and that trailing stop involved both a break even and a trail, okay? So the break even logic has now been broken out separate from the trailing stop. This means you can either turn on the trailing stop and turn off the break even. You can turn on the break even and turn off the trailing, or you can have them both on. Well, let's go over what the break even stop is again. I'm going to turn that on and I'm going to turn off the trailing stop. Let's do a quick recalc and I'll show you what that looks like. So now this is just with the break even stop engaged. And the break even stop comes into play when the trade, when the price bars exceed the entry level by 2 bars. This bar and this bar here, the lows of those candles was above the entry line here. So that's when we started printing a trailing dot for those positions, okay? Well, actually a break-even dot, I should say. A break-even is just one tick to the good of the entry. So we went long here. The break-even stop engaged after the second bar right here, closed with its low above the entry level, and that is the stop loss for that signal. This entry right here has 2 candles above its entry level, which is this blue dot, and that's where we started printing the break-even dot right there is the stop loss for that level. I'm going to tone this back a little bit. Let's get that out of the way so we can see that a little better. And right here is the break-even dot for this entry signal. And so the break-even is really just a simple 2 bars closing above that entry level. We get the break-even stop is put here. And it does affect our P&L a little bit, so you want to make sure that is one of the features if you want to turn on or turn off. I'm going to turn both of them on. Let's do a recal. Both of them on, and now we get a couple of dots. So we get the break-even dots, we get and trailing dots as they move up. And this is for now both positions that we're in. And the trailing stop is here, and here we've got another position. Good time to be long in the MNQ at the end of this day on Friday. And that is it, about it. Let's see what else we have. We do have, if you're not aware, we do have an end of day time now. So we have a start and a stop time for the trading session. So this is telling us that we will take trades, enter trades between 1400 and 1600. And the end of day time is the time that you'll exit any and all open positions, as you can see that little tooltip there. So if you wanted to, let's say, trade only from, 1400 to 1500, but at the 1600 hour, you want to go flat. So that's one way. You can specify a session and you can let everything run until that end of day time. So that's one thing you can do. And lastly, I want to go over the risk per trade is right here. This section of each day, you can separate different risks profiles for each day: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even have Saturday here for people who might be trading cryptos. And oh yes, StructureBoss does work well for cryptos. So I want to go over this because you can individually, if you use your mouse wheel, you can individually change these values. As you see, I'm just doing different values for each. I can turn them off if I go with my mouse wheel all the way backward, or I can increase them. So if you're liking the way that it's trading like here on Tuesday and Wednesday, you might consider increasing those allotments in your risk. You want to keep Monday, not too bad. Let's go $100 on Monday. Thursday is not too bad with a $400 profit. But Friday, we don't want to risk much. Maybe we want to turn it off completely. But I'm going to go down to like $10 per trade on Friday. Let's see how that changes our P&L. So $59 a day right now. If we recalculate that, just by modifying those risk parameters, we're at 112 a day. So Wednesday is a great day that we've got some numbers here for risking that amount. Now, Monday and Tuesday suffered, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reduce that back down to just one contract. And one contract for Monday and Tuesday, and let's see how that looks. So still a little off, but Wednesday's doing real good. So what you want to do, and another point I wanted to make is if you select this one, any one of these, and you want to change all the weekdays simultaneously, yeah, you can do that. Just hold down your left shift key on your keyboard and use your mouse wheel, and you can now change all of them simultaneously. I think that has been around for a while, but not many of you are aware of it. I want to go over that feature. So again, I'm holding down my left shift key, and each one of them changes in lockstep with one another. Let's take a look. We'll recalculate that. And we're doing good Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Let's turn off our break even. See how that looks. Makes a change for the better or worse. Still doing good on Wednesday. So Wednesday is a good day to trade the system here. 1400 to 1500. I'm going to go and increase that back to 1600 as well. And there we go. So we've got some good numbers there. Let's go ahead and change. I want to increase Monday to like 50. Tuesday, let's go. Tuesday's a good looking day. I want to increase my weighting there, and I'm going to go, let's go with $100. Let's go 70 on Wednesday. Thursdays are looking pretty good, so I want to do at least 100 on Thursday. Fridays, I'm just going to turn them off because they're just not looking very good. And let's recalc, 43 bucks a day. And now we're going to have a $190 a day. And we're trading, on occasion, we will trade multiple contracts. Because the weighting here. So again, when you trade, when you put a certain amount of risk per trade, you could be end up trading multiple contracts depending on, you know, your distance of your stop loss to your entry. So if your entry to stop loss is, let's say, $10 of points in points in the micro Nasdaq, you'd be trading 5 micro Nasdaqs based on $50 risk per trade. So it's pretty straightforward and simple. Let's take a look at our P&L here. So we get some bumpy roads. Wednesdays are something we might want to consider yanking, but other than that, we have some good numbers, some solid numbers here on Tuesday. And if you're not aware of it, let's go to the time slice P&L. The black dot shows where we are right now in time of day. So we are trading this histogram. Again, this histogram shows that we're pretty much winners right here. All days being considered, 18 days. When you take a trade here between, on this time slice, which is 15:30, 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm sorry, no, not 1:30. 3:30 in the afternoon to 3:40. We get some good winners at this time of day. Let's go ahead and move that forward. Mondays look really good at that time of day. Tuesdays look good. Wednesdays look pretty good. Kind of mixed here. Wednesdays have some troubles. Thursdays, we have a down period during this time of day. And then Fridays, at the end of the day here on Friday, we get some good numbers. So something to, this is all days, I'm sorry, all days considered. All right, I think that covers about everything we've added. Again, if you haven't got this update, feel free to email me, and we will get you the new zip. All right, guys, thanks so much. Have a great weekend. Hope you had a profitable March, and I wish you all the best in your trading in April. Again, thank you so much, and have a beautiful day. God bless.